High school baseball is back on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. Today from Gaston, Indiana, it's the Seton Catholic Cardinals and the Wes-Del Warriors. Good afternoon. Hi again, everyone. Brian Beaver along with you again today. Nice having you along as we hit the final Friday of April 2018. And for once, it feels like April is supposed to feel. No snow, no slop, no cold today. Just a mild 65-degree afternoon. Plenty of sunshine, no threat of any rain or snow, and a stiff wind blowing in today. It'll be hard to hit a ball out of this park today. Seton Catholic is just on the field taking their pregame, their infield, if you will, if you're old school like me, a fossil like me. This is a game that Wes-Del would really like to get. The Warriors are 7-4 overall under first-year head coach Bob Todd. They're coming in off shellacking last night on the road. They got beat by Eastern Hancock 12-0 in that game, but they've won 3 of their last 5, and they're certainly pointed in the right direction under Bob Todd. They have 7 wins, and I think they had 9 in all of 2017. So they're certainly on the right trajectory, and they're a formidable little 1A ball club. They have a lot of guys who can pitch. They have some pop in their lineup, some team speed, and anyone who underestimates Wes-Del is going to be making a mistake. They played the game pretty well, and it was nice chatting with Coach Todd and his assistant, Zach Tanner, who I've known since he was just a little kid out at Yorktown, but he's the assistant coach here at Wes-Del now, and it's always good to catch up with old friends, and they'll be pounding out wins here real often, real soon. I got a feeling out here in northwestern Delaware County. Talk about how the weather has affected this season. Well, in a word, garbage. Lots of teams have struggled to play games or just get out and practice from time to time. And, you know, when you're headed for the last few days of April and you've only played about a dozen games, you're well under halfway to 28 games in the season and less than a month to get the rest of them in. So there are going to be a lot of 6-game weeks from here on out. And if you think it's not coming fast, the girls softball state tournament draw is on Sunday, 2 days from now, and 9 days from now, it'll be the boys baseball state tournament draw on the following Sunday. And the county tournaments in Delaware County are also right around the corner today. Corbin Zavokel will get the ball this afternoon for Wes-Del. He's warming up down in the left field bullpen. We've got a left-hander, Louis Falcone, going for Seton Catholic as he gets loose down in the right field corner in the bullpen here at Wes-Del High School. We've got a lot of baseball left to go, but as I said a moment ago, you've got calendar-wise less than a month to get the rest of your season in. The state tournament sectional first-round games begin on May 23rd, and the sectional championship games are on Memorial Day that following Monday, weather permitting, and going to be interesting to see who gets who in the draw and how the buys play out. The buys are different now than they used to be. Under the new pitch count rule, getting a buy isn't always going to be an advantage. In fact, it might be a disadvantage for teams that are thin on pitching because they're going to have a quicker turnaround on Memorial Day than the non-bye teams do playing earlier in that week. So there's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of discussion to go around as we get closer to that point in the baseball season. But again, Wes-Del having a nice year. They've hit several home runs already for Coach Todd, and they're not to be taken lightly. The chance of getting a ball out of here today is not going to be great, and that's because the wind is a stiff one, and it's blowing straight in down the left field line toward home plate at about 15 miles an hour or more when it kicks up. And the dimensions here are not all that big. It's a symmetrical park with the lines at 300, the alleys at 335, and straightaway center at 365. But it'll take a poke to get it out of the park to left and to center today. A ball hit to right if it's one of those hookers that the left-handers like me used to tomahawk and head for the corner, you might get one to sneak out with a little bit of a push, but not much. It's going to be really tough to go long ball here at Wes-Del today. We'll take our first commercial break. When we come back, the starting lineups and the opening pitch after this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in the classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Indiana who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Indiana, who do you meet? When you're working for a mover and shaker with strong ties to our community, who are they? When you encounter a group of people eager to roll up their sleeves, who are you most likely to work with? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Taking the initiative, being a good teammate, sacrificing personal glory for the greater good. These are qualities we expect of our leaders, and they're all being cultivated in the high schools right here in Indiana. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players, and the terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to the ballpark. We're just about set to go. The two teams are on the field, lined up along the first and third baselines being introduced. We're not far away from the first pitch of this game tonight on a sun-splashed Friday in Gaston, Indiana. Seton Catholic will be the road team tonight. They'll wear the road gray pants, navy blue jerseys with gold lettering and red trim. Their hats are navy blue with a red bill and the interlocking SC in red and gold on the front panel. Wes-Del will wear gray pants tonight, home white jerseys with maroon lettering, maroon and gray trim on the sleeves, maroon hats with the Wes-Del logo, the WD interlocking up on the front panel. So both teams look sharp tonight. You're going to be interested to know about the weather conditions because they have such a big impact on the game, and it won't matter at all tonight except for two things. The wind is blowing in hard from left toward home plate, and it's a very high sky today, a pale blue, so pop-ups and high fly balls are going to be challenging for the outfielders and on pop-ups for the infielders as well. So those are the two elemental things about this game in terms of the weather that might come into play before this one is all said and done tonight out here in northwestern Delaware County. Great to have you along wherever you're listening, whether it's down the road or halfway around the world. We really like having you along for the ride. Thanks for loaning me your ears for a couple of hours. We've had some really long, in terms of time, really long games already this year. We've had almost a 3-hour game at one point. Now the Star-Spangled Banner. Here's how they'll line them up tonight. First for the visitors, the Cardinals of Seton Catholic under their head coach Jake Carr. Batting first, their second baseman Vincent Falcone. Noah Haney will bat second and play first base. Tyson Bray will catch and bat third. The cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, Luke Leverton, he'll bat for the left fielder Trey Barkus. Batting fifth, playing center field, Adam Deitch. The number 6 hole hitter, the pitcher Louis Falcone. Batting seventh and playing right field, Nathan Dickman. Joe Fox will play third base and hit in the 8 hole. And the number 9 hitter, the shortstop, Josh Brown. They'll be taking their licks against Corbin Zvokel, the big right-hander from Wes-Del. Defensively for the Warriors, Townsend, Armstrong, and Townsend left to right in the outfield. Camden in left, Connor Townsend in right on the infield. Whitted, May, Mitchell, and Smith from third to first. The battery, Lehman behind the plate. And on the mound, Zvokel, who goes through the last few of his warm-up tosses here this afternoon. Great having you along. Appreciate you stopping by. This should be an interesting contest. This is a winnable game for the Warriors. I know their coach, Bob Todd, didn't feel like he got their best game in terms of effort or execution last night. Not sure why, but that's the game of baseball when you're playing with teenagers. They got a lot going on in the world, especially in late April when you're a senior about to graduate and you're making a lot of big decisions in your life. So it'll be interesting to see whether Wes-Del can get back and put its A game on the diamond tonight here at home. We're about set to go. Zvokel has finished his tosses. He'll take his glove and clean off the rubber, and that'll bring up Vincent Falcone, the Seton Catholic second baseman. Right-handed hitter. He'll take a look down at third base. Now he's in the box and all set to go, and Zvokel is ready with the sign and the windup, and he starts him with a fastball high and inside for ball one. We're underway at 5:48 Eastern Daylight Time. Zvokel ready with the next one. Leaves it outside, and it's quickly 2-0. Zvokel 2-0, an ERA under 2 per game. Pretty good right-hander. Third baseman, whitted in on the grass. Swing and a miss at a pitch down and away, and it's 2-1. Of course, the big factor in baseball now is the pitch count rule, and it really has made a major difference. Here comes the 2-1. It's hit on the air, shallow, right center field. It's going to be down, a little parachute job for a base hit. So Falcone gets it down a hop in front of Townsend out there in the pasture, and that brings up Noah Haney.
Batting second, the first baseman, number 13, Noah Haney.
Haney, a left-handed hitter. Zvokel will go to the stretch for the first time today, and his third baseman again in on the grass, about 15 feet off the line. Here comes the pitch. It's a little curve, high and away. Middle infield would love to get a two-hopper, turn it into a double play ball in the early going. Here comes the next pitch. Runner going. It's a called strike. Throw down is going to be not in time. So Falcone swipes second base. Just that fast. Seton Catholic has a scoring threat here in the top of the first. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Noah Haney with a man at second. Here comes the pitch. High and tight. It's a ball. Count is 2-1. The third baseman, Whitted now back behind the bag, a couple steps behind the baseline at third. Everybody else double play depth, looking for 2 if they can get a line drive. There's a soft liner, but it's going to be down on a hop. First baseman will backhand flip to Zvokel covering, and they get him by a step on a nice play from Smith to Zvokel. That moves Falcone down to third.
Third, the catcher, number 3, Austin Gray.
Nice play that time defensively by Smith to backhand flip. That's not an easy play with your pitcher coming over to cover. Man at third, 1 down for Tyson Bray. In the right-handed batter's box, he takes a curve high. Falcone singled, stole second, moved to third on that fielder's choice on the grounder to first. First good chance to score today. Zvokel brings it home. Works a beautiful curve for a called strike. 1-1. This is a big out if you can get it, because you've got the cleanup man, the designated hitter, waiting in the on-deck circle. Zvokel still out of the stretch with a man at third. Hard ground ball down the third baseline, but foul into the Wes-Del bullpen, and it's 1-2. This is where you could really use a ground out on a comebacker or something hard on a strikeout, maybe pop up where you can keep that runner at third instead of tagging and scoring on a routine fly. Swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout, 2 down. Just what the doctor ordered. Takes a little pressure off you now on the mound. You've got 2 down. And as long as you don't throw a wild pitch or a passed ball, you got a pretty good chance to wiggle out of trouble here if you can just make some good pitches to Luke Leverton, the designated hitter. Right-handed swinger, open stance. in close to the plate. Zavocal still from the stretch. Fastball over but low, ball one. Vinny Falcone, the runner down at third, getting a good secondary lead as Zavocal goes to his motion. Breaking ball, called strike, a beauty in the inside corner about belt high. Sign, wind up, here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, took something off. Leverton was out in front, and he's down 1-2. Good pitch that time. Good smart pitch that time by Zavocal, who's a pitch away from working out of a little jam. The pitch on the way. Hard smash foul up the third baseline. We'll do it again. Seton Catholic trying to get out in front here in the visitors first on a beautiful, cool, sunny April Friday. Here's the pitch from Zavocal. Swing and a miss. Took something off. Got him again. 2 straight strikeouts by Zavocal to end the threat here in the first. No runs, a hit. No errors. A man left at third base. We're through half an inning in Gaston. Seton Catholic, nothing. The Warriors coming to bat on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We move to the bottom of the first inning here at Wes-Del. It's the Warriors and Seton Catholic scoreless. Here's how the Warriors will send them up today against Louis Falcone. Nick Armstrong will lead off and play center. Cody Smith is the first baseman. He'll bat in the 2-hole. Mason Whitted will bat third and play third. Jordan Lehman will catch and be the cleanup man. Cam Townsend will bat fifth and play in left field. His brother Connor follows him in the 6-hole. He's the right fielder. Jake Mitchell playing second base and batting in the 7th spot on the order. Corbin Zavocal, the pitcher, in the 8-hole, wearing jersey 8. And batting 9th, playing shortstop for the Warriors, Jared May. They'll get their look at Louis Falcone here shortly as the left-hander finishes off his deliveries to warm up. Defensively for the Cardinals, Bartkus, Deitch, and Dickman in the outfield, left, center, and right. On the infield, third to first, it's Fox, Brown, Falcone, and Haney. Bray behind the plate, and the other Falcone, Louis Falcone, on the mound, and all set to go. So good job by Zavocal to work out of a little bit of a jam there. He had a man at third with 1 out, but came back and got 2 consecutive strikeouts to end the Seton Catholic scoring threat, and now the Warriors go to work against Louis Falcone. Nick Armstrong to lead things off, right-handed batter. And here comes the windup in the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Fox, the third baseman, a foot on the grass at the edge of the cutout. Falcone into his motion. Here's the next pitch. Fouled back out of play on the right field side. Over to the softball diamond and quickly 0-2. Armstrong, Smith, and Whitted here in the bottom of the first inning of a scoreless game. Falcone ready with the next one. Leaves a curve high. Good take by Armstrong. It's 1-2. Defense is straight away. Here comes the windup and the delivery. It's in the dirt. Another good take by Armstrong to even the count 2-2. Was thinking the other day about great games out here. Five years ago, already 5 years ago, since Ryan Jones hit 3 home runs in a game out here. I was lucky enough to call that one. Here's the pitch. Taken. Just misses. Full count. So Armstrong got ahead 0-2, and he's thrown 3 balls in a row since then. As the sign from Bray into his windup, here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, set a ball down, and that's 1 away. So both pitchers have early Ks. Cody Smith, the batter. The bearded Cody Smith. Looks like the guy on the Smith Brothers cough drop box. Smith Brothers. I don't think there's any connection there, though. Here's the windup, the pitch. Ground ball sharply back to the mound on a hop. He'll field it, run over toward first, an underhand flip. Falcone to Haney, and that's quickly 2 away. 1-3 on the putout. Mason Whitted comes to the plate. Big 14 on the back of his white jersey. He'll get his first look at Louis Falcone. Nobody on, 2 away. The windup and the pitch. Hit in the air. Shallow right center field, could be trouble. Second baseman backpedals. He calls it. The other Falcone makes the catch, and that's it in a quick bottom of the first inning. So, a strikeout, a ground out, a pop out. Nothing doing, goose eggs for the Warriors in the first. We're through an inning in Gaston. It's Seton Catholic and Wes-Del scoreless on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Have you noticed? Sports today are different. Today's athletes are bigger and stronger. They run faster, jump higher, and hit harder than ever before. But there is one thing that hasn't changed about sports, and that's the importance of practicing sportsmanship. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we like to remind you that winning isn't everything. The way you play matters, and a true champion plays the game with respect. For the opponent, for the coaches, and for the officials. True champions practice sportsmanship with the same degree of intensity that they play the games themselves. Sports may evolve, athletes may change, but the mark of a true champion will always be the same. Play like a champion. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Nothing ball game as we move to inning number 2 here in Gaston. 5, 6, and 7 due up here in the second for the Catholic Cardinals from Seton Catholic over in Richmond. Adam Deitch will lead off. He's the center fielder this afternoon for Jake Carr's ball club. Corbin Zavokel headed for his second inning of work today on the mound. He's into his windup, and he starts him high with a curveball. Deitch, Louis Falcone, and Nathan Dickman due up for the Cardinals here in the second. Windup pitch, fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. This will be the 20th pitch of the game already by Zavokel. Falcone worked an 8-pitch inning for Seton Catholic, and that will matter eventually. Here's the windup. Beautiful hook on the outside corner, taken for a strike. 1-2. Deitch right-handed. Takes a fastball upstairs. The count evens 2-2. The automatic rest rule starts at the 36th pitch of a day. Usually by the second or third inning, the guys have started to hit the taxi meter on the mound. There's a pitch away. Good take by Deitch, and the count is full. Big schools with lots of rotation pitchers, it's not that big a deal. But small schools and teams with only one really good pitcher, it's a big deal. There's ball 4. Leadoff walk for Adam Deitch. That brings in Louis Falcone. 1 walk, 2 Ks on the day so far for Zvokel. Falcone, a left-hand hitter. Big number 17. He's in on the plate. Pretty tight. Open stance. Very open. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased high heat. Up out of the zone. Probably would like to have that back. Whitted in tight at third. Smelling bunt potentially. Here comes the pitch. Slider high and away. Count is 1-1. Deitch being held down at first by Smith. We'll see if he's running at all. He's a lanky kid. Got a pretty good sized lead. Zvokel from the stretch. Long pause. Batter squares. Bunts back near the mound. Zvokel will play it. He'll take it to first. Throws to Smith. And they got him. Sacrifice and 1-3 on the putout. And that moves Deitch down to second. Station to station ball. Cardinals have a runner in scoring position for the second straight inning, and it's up now to Nathan Dickman to move him. Right fielder, right-handed hitter. Zvokel looks back at the runner. Now he'll raise the leg and bring it home. It's a curve high. Ball 1. Zvokel worked out of trouble in the first when he struck out Bray and Leverton back-to-back to end a scoring threat by Seton Catholic. He spins and throws to second. That's a calling card. Nowhere near being an out. Just to let him know I'm watching you. Dickman ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Zvokel brings it home. Hit in the air towards shallow center. 3 men converging. Can anybody catch it? Yep, they sure can. That one's hauled in by Jared May, the shortstop. That's 2 down. That was hit just into the outfield beyond the infield dirt. So May, Mitchell, and even Armstrong had a chance to make the play, but the shortstop is the captain of the infield. 2 down man at second for Joe Fox, the number 8 hitter for the Cardinals. His first look at Zvokel, and he starts him with a breaking ball taken for a strike. Deitch opened the inning with a leadoff walk, went down to second on the sacrifice by Louis Falcone, but they haven't gotten any closer to scoring him yet. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased the ball well out of the zone off the plate. Got him to chase away, and it's 0-2. Zvokel ended the first with a K. Can he do it here again in the second? Yes, he can. Swing, foul tip. Lehman holds on, and that's the inning. Seton Catholic struggles to get a run across. They couldn't do it. No runs, no hits, a walk. They leave a man in scoring position at second base. They've left 2 men already in scoring position. We're through an inning and a half out in Gaston. It's Seton Catholic nothing, Wes-Del nothing on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. and welcome home.
We're scoreless in Gaston as we move to the bottom of the second inning. I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for lending me your ears this afternoon, wherever you might be, for high school baseball. Heart of the order due up for Wes-Del here in the second. 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order. Jordan Lehman to lead off. Big, strong catcher, right-handed hitter. If anybody will hit it out today, it might be him with the wind blowing in. He takes the first one on the outside corner for a strike. Lehman and then the Townsend brothers behind him here in the home second inning. Falcone into his motion, nearly hit him with an inside fastball. Lehman spins away and makes it 1-1. Open stance, hands high, ready to fire. Here comes the pitch to it. Takes away, good eye. 2 balls and a strike. They'll play him straight away. The third baseman about a step behind the bag and even with the cutout. Here comes the 2-1. Line softly over the third baseman's head. It's going to be down for a hit into shallow left field. Shortstop over to play it as Brown retrieves it. And it's a base hit for Jordan Lehman. Little dunker. First hit of the day by Wes-Del. And that brings up Cam Townsend, who has the brightest bat I've seen in a while.
Courtesy runner for Wes-Del, number 24, Cade Ashley.
Cade Ashley will run down there at first base. Courtesy runner for Lehman, the catcher. So the Warriors have a runner to lead off the second. With Cam Townsend trying to move him. Throw to first. Runner back, diving head first. Townsend with good power. His brother waiting on deck. In a scoreless game, good lead at first by Ashley. He's going. Pitch is bunted back behind home plate, out of play. Ashley slides in anyway, had no idea. Runners hate that. So do laundry people. Townsend looks down at Bob Todd to get his sign. We'll see if they've got the bunt on again. Ashley was going that time. He's creeping out to a medium-sized lead, and they'll throw over behind him again, and he's back diving head first again. Don't think that's Falcone's best move. Those left-handers are sneaky. Got to be careful down there at first. Townsend ready. Behind in the count, 0-1. Runner going. Takes high. Throw down is going to be in time. They got him. Nice job that time. Ashley out stealing. 2-4 for the first out. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cam Townsend. So just that fast, Falcone goes back to the windup and goes to work on Townsend. Leaves it low for ball 2. One away in the Wes-Del second. No score in the game. Wind up and pitch from Falcone. Hit hard through the right side into right field. That's a clean 1-out single for Cam Townsend. Now that caught stealing looms large. Instead of having a runner at third and men on the corners, you've got a man at first with 1 away. Connor Townsend will step in. 0-0 ball game. Consecutive hits to start the second inning by Wes-Del, but not much to show for it. Runner bluffs, pitch low and in, ball 1. was a nice peg down to second by the Seton Catholic catcher, Bray, who threw a pill down there. Throw to first, runner back again safely. Bray's throw down to second was a Taylor that moved about 2 feet off the line to second toward right field, but his infielder made a beautiful play on it, put it on Ashley going by. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike, snap throw to first, just back safely, diving head first. 1-1, the count to Connor Townsend. How do I tell them apart? Camden. That's the only way. He's down at first. Here comes the pitch. He's bluffing. Nice block in the dirt by Bray to keep the runner from moving. Counts 2-1. My daily sermon about the value of a good catcher. They will save your bacon a lot over the span of a season. Just saved him a base right there. Townsend creeping out at first. Snap throw to first this time. He's back okay. It's a tough play for your first baseman with the sun starting to get low in the sky. He's pretty much looking into the sun in this park when the pitcher throws over. And another one this time with a leg kick. Nothing doing. Townsend back okay. We're all set to go from the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Runner going. Grounder back to the mound. It's off the glove of the pitcher, and I think everyone's going to be safe, and they are. That'll be an infield hit. Third straight hit to start the inning by the Warriors. And they've got men at first and second with one away. Chance for Jake Mitchell to do something. Jake is the second baseman. Not a very big guy. I can say that. I'm 5'8". Right-handed hitter. Man in scoring position with another at first. And he takes high, ball one. Back-to-back singles by the Townsend brothers have them at first and second with one away in a scoreless bottom of the second inning. There's a pitch on the outside corner, taken for a strike. Nice little tailing fastball by the left-hander Louis Falcone. There's a good-looking little pitcher here. He looks good on the mound. Ready with the next one. Here it comes. Works him high with a curve. Mitchell says no way. Takes it. And it's 2-1. Tried to get him to chase up out of the zone. He wasn't biting. Ahead 2-1. Mitchell waits the pitch. Here it is. Over but low. And it's 3-1. Bob Todd gives the signals. Claps a couple times. Probably taking all away on 3-1 here. Here it comes. He does take, and it's in the dirt, ball 4. First walk issued by Falcone, and he's in trouble now with the bags loaded.
Number 8, Corbin Zaboco.
Corbin Zaboco will stand in. First, though, a little bit of a timeout here as the pitcher from Seton Catholic, Louis Falcone, has a bit of a mound visit from his second baseman, who happens to be his brother. Probably saying, hey, if you walk this guy, I get the car tonight. Men everywhere for the Warriors. Zaboco, chance to help himself here in the bottom of the second inning. He takes a fastball and a beauty. Strike on the outside corner. Single walk with one away here has the bags loaded for Wes-Del. Falcone with the pitch. Popped up on the infield. That should be the infield fly rule. It is. The second baseman will go out a step on the grass to catch it anyway, and that's 2 down. It'll be up to Jared May now. Warriors have had 3 hits and a walk in this inning and haven't scored. The critical play was the throwing out of the stealer, Kate Ashley. If he had been safe, this inning would look a lot different right now, but he wasn't. And now with the bags juiced, the 9-hole hitter Jared May is in there against Falcone, who goes from the stretch. Starts him with a fastball upstairs, ball 1. And if you're Falcone, you want to work out of it right here instead of rolling over the top of the order with the bags full. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, beauty again. Nice little tailing fastball, knee-high outside corner. 1-1. Townsend at third, Townsend at second, Mitchell at first. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Foul away out of play, back behind the plate. One ball, 2 strikes to Jared May. Falcone a pitch away from getting out of a major jam in a scoreless game in the bottom of the second. Can he get out of it here? Curves him. Called third strike. Inning over. Beautiful pitch by Falcone, and he does work out of the jam for Wes-Del in the second. No runs, 3 hits, a walk, a caught stealing. They leave 3 men on base. We go to the third inning in a scoreless game here in Gaston on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Indiana who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Scoreless game as we move to the third inning here at Wes-Del. Seton Catholic worked out of a major jam there in the bottom of the second inning. Bases loaded, nobody home for the Warriors. And we'll move to the third now, 9-1-2 for Seton Catholic. Zvokel opens the inning with a called strike on the outside corner to Josh Brown. 9-1-2 for the Cardinals here in the third inning. Brown lifts the next one high in the air down the right field line. It's going to be just out of play despite good hustle by Smith. Foul ball, strike 2. Josh Brown and then Vince Falcone and Noah Haney behind him for Jake Carr's Cardinals. Brown, a right-handed hitter. Behind in the count, 0-2. The wine and the delivery way upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. "35th pitch of the day coming up for Zvokel unofficially. Slider, swing and a miss, 1 down. Beautiful pitch. That was sharp.
Batting number 9, Vincent Falcone.
4th strikeout of the day for Zvokel, and that brings in the leadoff man in the order, Vince Falcone, who singled but got stranded back in the first. His second look at Zvokel. Breaking ball, upstairs, ball 1. No runs, 1 hit for Seton Catholic. No runs, 3 hits for Wes-Del. Swing and a miss by Falcone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gorgeous day, and when the wind stops blowing hard, it's actually very pretty. Next one is too high. 2-1 to Falcone. sign, wind up, fastball upstairs. Zvokel behind the leadoff man in the order, Falcone. 3 balls and a strike. Pitch on the way. Swung away, fouled it back out of play. Over to the softball diamond. Full count. Falcone singled and stole a base in the first, so you'd like to keep him off here with no one aboard and 1 away in the 3rd inning. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Zvokel tried him inside. Good eye, ball 4. Second base on balls issued by Zvokel, and with 1 on and 1 away, here's Noah Haney. Grounded to the first baseman his first time. Fielder's choice. Snap throw to first. Runner back diving. Four Ks in the game for Corbin Zvokel. Here comes Whitted creeping in at third. Someone's fouled up the first baseline. No problem on the ground. Haney will step out, take a look at his coach down at third, see if there's anything on here with 1 away. Good lead at first base by the runner. Long pause by Zvokel. Runner breaks. Pitch in the dirt. He's going to make it standing up. Lemon couldn't keep him where it is. It's a wild pitch and a ball. That moves Vincent Falcone down to second base. 3rd straight inning, the Cardinals have had a runner in scoring position, at least one. Zvokel ready, brings it home, swing and a miss. Threw it by Haney. Ball and 2 strikes. Catholic has had plenty of runners here, Seton Catholic has. They just haven't gotten anyone down to the dish. Snap throw over to second base by Zvokel. Runner back, okay. Zvokel in another one of those situations where a strikeout would be very helpful. A ball in play here could get you in trouble with a man at second base and 1 out. Now wind up the pitch. Worked him away. Good take by Haney. Was about 6 inches off the plate, and it's 2-2. Vince Falcone, the runner, down at second base. Hard hit smash down the right field line, but well foul off the fence along the foul line. Probably the hardest hit ball of the day so far. Just a loud strike, and the count remains 2-2. Seton Catholic with a man at second and 1 away here in the 3rd inning. No score in the game so far. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, fair up the right field line. It'll be taken by the first baseman. Smith says, let me do it on my own, and that's 2 down. Falcone moves down to third. 3 unassisted on the put out on Haney. Man at third, 2 away for Tyson Bray. Strikeout victim swinging his first time. Zvokel will work out of the windup, not the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball towards second should be routine. It is routine as Mitchell gobbles it up and throws him out. And that does it for Seton Catholic here in their half of the 3rd inning. This has become a movie for them, though. For the 3rd straight inning, they get runners on. They get a runner to third again, and he can't get him home. No runs, a walk. A man left at third for Seton Catholic here in their half of the 3rd. We've played 2.5 in Gaston. Warriors and the Cardinals scoreless on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The debate about sports specialization by high school athletes continues. Some argue that high school athletes who play one sport all year long have a better chance of landing a lucrative pro contract. But that's simply not true. In fact, 30 of the 32 first-round picks in last year's NFL draft played more than one sport in high school. Of the 32 players drafted, 22 also participated in high school track and field. 19 also played basketball. Some also played baseball and lacrosse. What's the path to success for high school athletes here in Indiana, no matter what their goals might be? Study hard. Always do your best. And if you can, play more than one sport in high school. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Seton Catholic nothing, Wes-Del nothing as we move to the bottom of the third inning here in Gaston on a beautiful sunny but cool Friday afternoon. Hey, after 29 and snow flurries, we'll take this every day of the season. Scoreless game. Both teams have had chances to push a run across. Neither one has gotten the big hit yet. Somebody will at some point. Going to be the top of the order due up for Wes-Del. Here in their half of the third, Nick Armstrong, Cody Smith, and Mason Whitted. Both pitchers, the starters, are still in the game as the catcher throws down to second, and we're about set to go. Nick Armstrong to lead off. Worked a full count before striking out his first time up. He's officially 0 for 1. Falcone has thrown 31 pitches unofficially through 2 innings. He'll get the sign from Bray and open the third inning with a fastball inside and low for ball 1. Armstrong, Smith, and Whitted, and maybe more depending on what happens for the Warriors here in the third inning. Pitch on the way. Hit in the air hard, left center field. That could be trouble. It's deep. It's going to be off the outfielder's glove in left field and against the wall, and it's going to be a double to open the inning by Nick Armstrong. Bart Cassatt in left made a nice effort to try to get to that ball. He ran a long way, just couldn't quite get it. And Wes-Del has the man in scoring position. First extra base hit in the game by either team. Cody Smith will be the next batter. That one was out near the 335 marker, and it came within about 5 feet of getting out of the park, even with the wind blowing in. And it's blowing plenty stiff. That flag is horizontal out in left center field where the pole is here at Gaston, in Wes-Del's home park. Everybody's set to go. Cody Smith, nothing out of 1, grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. Pretty good hitter. Chance to get on top with a man at second base. Armstrong would love to come home and score a run. No score in the game. Here's the pitch. Batter squares. He's laying it down back toward the mound. The play is going to go to first, and it's a sacrifice on a 1-4 putout. Armstrong to third. That brings up Mason Whitted. Now there's a ton of ways to get a runner home from third and score him. It's like 7 or 8 different ways that you can score from third base with less than 2 out. Sack fly would get him home if it's deep enough. Whitted, nothing out of 1. He popped to the second baseman. Falcone will go from the windup, and he throws ball 1 to him. Outfield is straight away, deep in left. not so deep in center or especially in right. Next pitch is outside, well off the plate. 2-0. Whitted, the 3-hole hitter, pretty good swinger. Even a ground ball to the right side would probably get you a run in this situation with one away in the third. Here's the pitch. Curve, taken for a strike inside. On the corner, and it's 2-1. Jordan Lehman waiting in the on-deck circle with one away. Here in the home third. Nothing contest. Ball in the dirt. Nice block by Bray to smother it. Whitted out in front. 3 balls and a strike. Haney, the first baseman, is in a step on the grass, even with the cutout. Middle infielders are back with a man at third. Here comes the pitch. Low and away, ball 4. Free pass for Whitted. Man on the corners. One away for Jordan Lehman. Second walk of the day. Little time here as the catcher Bray goes out to talk to his pitcher, Louis Falcone. And danger here, Sherry, as Harry Carey would say back in the day, with men on the corners, one away, and the strongest hitter in the lineup standing at the plate. Lehman singled back in the second inning. Big, strong, right-handed hitter. Here comes the pitch from Falcone. Slider and a beauty on the outside corner, strike 1. Nick Armstrong at third, Mason Whitted over at first. Here comes the pitch home. It's outside, good take. 1-1. Lehman looking to give his team its first lead of the game. Nothing affair in the third. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. The runner at first will advance. The runner at third stays put. That's a wild pitch. Whitted takes advantage of it to scamper down to second. It wasn't far enough from the plate for Nick Armstrong to make a very good play on it. He could have tried it, probably would have been out. So he took the smart route. Now time asked for and given to Lehman, the hitter. With the count 1-2, and 2 men in scoring position with 1 away. Seton Catholic, medium depth on the middle infield. There's a swing and a miss. And he's out. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Louis Falcone. That's a big one when you get the cleanup guy. And now with 2 down, Cam Townsend is the hitter. 1 out of 1 with a single. Still trying to get his team on the board. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Nick Armstrong at third. Mason Whitted at second. Townsend awaits the pitch. Here it comes. Chases a bad ball outside in the dirt. Bray smothers it. 0-2 to Cam Townsend. When you expand your strike zone as a hitter, bad things happen a lot of times, and it's hard enough to hit a strike, let alone a ball 6 inches off the plate. We'll see if Cam can come back. Down 0-2 now. He lifts one softly towards center. It's in no man's land. The second baseman calls everyone off, and Falcone makes the catch to bail his brother out here in inning number 3. Boy, what a game we've had. Game of missed opportunities so far. No runs, a double, a walk, 2 more men left in scoring position by Wes-Del. We head for the fourth inning in Gaston. It's Seton Catholic nothing, Wes-Del nothing on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel.
There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players, and the terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
We head for the fourth inning in Gaston. Scoreless game as Seton Catholic and Wes-Del hook up in a pitcher's duel of sorts. 4, 5, and 6 for the Cardinals here in the fourth against Corbin Zavocal, who opens with a curve, too tight, ball one. Luke Leverton, Adam Deitch, Louis Falcone due up for Jake Carr's ball club here in the fourth. Leverton is the designated hitter. He takes another curve, this time more inside, and he's ahead 2-0. Leverton struck out swinging his first time up to end the first inning. Here's another ball back to the screen, wide of the plate, and it's 3-0. Zvocal has gone the distance. Both starters have, in fact. Corbin into his windup. This one a fastball taken for a strike on the inner half. And it's 3-1. Cardinals have only had one hit in the game. This one popped back out of play. But they've had men on base in every inning, and they've left a man on base in every inning. Like I said, it's been a game of missed opportunities. Both teams have had their chances, and both pitchers have managed to be cagey. They haven't been dominant, but they've gotten guys out at just the right time on both sides. Here comes the next one from Zavocal. Fastball just outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk for Luke Leverton. That brings up Adam Deitch. Reached on a walk his first time. No official at-bats in the game, and he'll take a time and walk down to his third base coach, Jake Carr, and say, Coach, what do you want me to do here? We'll see if they've got a sacrifice play on here with a man at first to lead off the fourth. Someone's going to crack the ice eventually. We won't be here. We won't be here till tomorrow. Someone will scratch out a run at some point. We better not be here till tomorrow. No lights here. We can only play till dark. Showing bunt at the plate is the hitter, Zvocal, with a very long pause. And now the batter asks for time just as Zvocal throws home. And the umpire gives him time, so that pitch won't count. He's back in, ready to go. Whitted in 2 or 3 steps at third. Batter squares, takes, pitch high and away for a ball. No runs, just one hit in the game for Seton Catholic as they look to get something going here in the fourth against Zavocal as he steps off and just looks the runner back. Corbin back in there, ready. Deitch shows bunt, takes upstairs. He's in front, 2-0. Deitch trying to move Luke Leverton, who has a pretty good lead at first base. He may be going somewhere. Here's the pitch. He bluffs. Pitch is high and tight, taken for a ball, and it's 3-0. Second straight hitter, Zvokel has fallen behind, 3 balls, no strikes. We'll see if they make him pay. Next one is home and taken for a strike on the outer edge, top of the zone. Little breaking ball. Deitch is still out in front, 3-1. Steps out, takes a look down at third. Back in the box, ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Just high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to open the 4th.
Batting number 17, Wes-Del.
4 walks issued today by Zvokel, and that means trouble here in the 4th. We found Cone, the hitter, left-handed hitter and pitcher. He takes a strike. Hasn't had an official time at bat. He's sacrificed back in the 2nd inning. Men at 1st and 2nd here with nobody out, and he's taking a curve on the outer edge for a strike. He's a confident hitter. You can tell how he carries himself, that he doesn't matter if it's 0-2. He doesn't care, rather. Here's the pitch. This one, a breaking ball well outside. Good take, 1-2. Leverton at 2nd, Deitch at 1st. We're in the 4th with no score. Ground ball to the right side. The first baseman, Smith, will take it on his own. Run over, tag the man going down the first baseline for the out. And that's 1 away. Falcone took a tumble, trying to elude the tag. He's okay. The 3 unassisted fielder's choice moves the men to 2nd and 3rd, so eventually it looks like you sacrificed because you moved him 90 feet. Men in scoring position, 1 away for Nathan Dickman. 0 for 1 with a pop to short. Zvokel opens him with a curve low and in. Wes-Del will bring its infield in tight at all 4 spots with 1 away here in the 4th inning of a scoreless game. Zvokel from the stretch. Beauty, taken for a strike. Same spot, and I'm going to guarantee you that Dickman will hack the next time because that was right down the pipe. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball towards 2nd. He's going to bring it to the plate. We've got a play at home. He's going to be out on a nice play. Mitchell threw a strike to Lehman, and they gun him down at home, trying to score. Nice defensive play. That's 2 away.
Batting number 11, Joe Fox.
That'll leave men on the corners with 2 away for Joe Fox. Shortest name in the lineup. Now time taken at home plate. 2 words, 3 letters each. Joe Fox, love him. Deitch down at 3rd, Dickman at 1st. Fox trying to break a scoreless tie. He won't do it there. He takes a strike on the outer edge. Beautiful curve that time by Zvokel. He's ahead 0-1. Struck this man out the first time. Fox went down swinging on 3 pitches to end the 2nd. Men on the corners, 2 down here in the 4th. Zvokel stays in the stretch, curbs him inside for a ball. Lehman bluffed to throw to 3rd. 1-1 count. midway through this one, and it's been a bit of a nail-biter. Both teams have had their chances to score and just haven't managed to get the key hit so far. Long pause by Zavokal. Brings it home. It's fouled right back to the screen. Count 1 and 2. Seton Catholic has gotten its leadoff man aboard in 3 of the 4 innings, and they just struggled to get anybody that last 90 feet. Here's a tapper by the mound toward short. Tough play. Here he comes on the run. Throw on the run. Got him. Nice play by Maida Smith, and that does it to end the 4th inning for Seton Catholic. They just can't get the key hit. In the 4th for the Cardinals. 2 walks to open the inning. No hits. They leave 2 on base. They've left 5 halfway through the game. We're at the midpoint of the contest. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning in Gaston. Still scoreless. Seton Catholic and Wes-Del on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Indiana knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. We move to the Wes-Del half of inning number 4 with no score in the game. Donut City, all bagels so far as we go to the home 4th. 6, 7, and 8 are the spots due up for the Warriors here in their half of the 4th. Connor Townsend to lead things off against Louis Falcone. The left-hander fires and misses wide, ball 1. Both starters have gone the distance for their squads. They've both pitched pretty well, just well enough to keep the goose egg. Townsend is 1 out of 1 with a single. He swings at a ball inside, can't get it. 1-1. Back in there and ready. Falcone ready in that classic left-hander stance. He winds and fires. Misses over but low. 2 balls and a strike. Holds his hands up in front of his face. Now into the wind, the high leg kick. He snaps off a fastball. It's 3-1. Wes-Del trying to coax maybe a walk, a runner of any kind to open the 4th. Here's the pitch. Fastball low and inside, and there's the free pass. That'll bring up Jake Mitchell. 3 walks in the game by Falcone. Same number of strikeouts, and he'll flip over to the stretch with a runner at first and Mitchell in the box, and he'll square. Takes over but low for a ball. Snap throw to first, runner back. Mitchell steps out Looks down at Bob Todd, who rolls through the signals. Now Mitchell back in there. We're all set to go. Medium-sized lead at first by Townsend. Showing bunt again. This time Tapper out in front of the mound. Nicely done. Pitcher will field and fire over to first for the sacrifice out. One to three on the sack by Jake Mitchell. And that moves Connor Townsend to second. One away for Corbin Zavocal. Let's see if he can help his own cause with a man at second base and one away. Seton Catholic trying to shut off another Wes-Del threat. Now Cone steps off, looks the runner back. Now he's back on the rubber, staring in for a sign. Bray throws the fingers down. Here comes the pitch from Falcone. Swing and a miss. Nothing in one to Zavocal. He popped out to the second baseman in his only at-bat of the day. With a runner at second base, here comes the pitch. Runner going. Curveball taken away. Throw down. Not in time. Give the stolen base to Townsend. Man at third, one away. 1-1 count to Zavocal. From the stretch, Tapper, foul at home plate. Bray came up quickly to take it and kill it. One ball and two strikes to Zavocal. Connor Townsend represents the lead run in a scoreless game down at third base here in the fourth. Here's the pitch. Softly lined to center field. Could that get him home? It's going to be caught and tag, and coming home to score is Townsend, and it's 1-0 Wes-Del. Zavocal will pick up the RBI on the sac fly. A nice running catch going back by Deitch in center field, but the damage done. 1-0 game. Warriors have the lead for the first time. That brings in Jared May. All of this without benefit of a single hit. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball, right side by a diving first baseman. Second baseman has it. He'll underhand flip. Beautiful play. Well done. Falcone to Falcone. 4-3 for the final out of the inning. Really well played defensively by Seton Catholic. Nice job, fellas. Damage done, though. Wes-Del has gotten on the board. One run, a walk, a sack fly. That's all you need. We go to the fifth inning here in Gaston. Wes-Del's out in front of Seton Catholic 1-0 on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. You stay right there.
He worked out early, practiced late, and studied well into the night. The next day, he did it all over again.
She missed time hanging out and socializing with friends so she could make it on time to practices and games.
He became a top student and a confident leader, even as he helped his team win back-to-back conference titles.
She became a role model in her community, even as she led her team to an undefeated season.
And when they finished playing high school sports, what did they do next?
She graduated from college with honors and went to work for a successful company.
He attended graduate school and became a difference maker in his community.
Because that's what student athletes in Indiana do. They use the skills they develop playing high school sports today
to do even bigger things in life tomorrow.
High school sports.
A winning part of a complete education.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We move to the fifth inning here in Gaston. Tight little ball game, 1-0 as Wes-Del has taken a lead. Seton Catholic will have 9-1-2 in its order here in the fifth. Josh Brown leads off and swings through the first one, strike one. Zvokel has gone the distance for the Warriors. He's into his windup. Leaves the next one in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. You might have heard my jacket zipper there. It's getting a little cool. The sun now behind the clouds. Next one inside to make it 2-1. Temperatures probably dropped well down into the 50s now. With the wind a little bit of a chill, here comes the pitch from Zvokel. And it's inside, but on the corner for a strike. Nice curve. 2-2. Vincent Falcone and Noah Haney waiting in the wings here for the Cardinals in the 5th inning. Strike 3 taken on the outer edge, 1 away. Don't think Brown liked the call. And that brings around the top of the order in Vincent Falcone. I've got 5 Ks in my chicken scratch for Corbin Zvokel. Corbin with a K, by the way. Falcone in to see if he can do any damage. Here's the pitch to it. Curve high and inside, ball 1. Single, walk, 1 for 1 officially. Falcone has reached both times and has been left at third both times. He hits this one in the air toward deep right field, sending the man back. Townsend, can he get it? No, it's off the wall on a fly. It's going to be at least 2. He's going to make a big turn and head for third. They're going to try it. Here's the relay. He is safe. Just got in under the tag on the relay. And that's a triple. A good relay would have gotten him. The second baseman, Mitchell, turned and instead of throwing immediately, waited, and that cost him the out.
Batting number 13, Noah Haney.
Only the second hit of the game by the Cardinals, but they're in business with a man at third and 1 away, and Noah Haney in the batter's box. He's a left-handed hitter. See what he does here. Pitch from Zvokel. Strike. On the outer edge, top of the zone. Pair of groundouts in an 0 for 2 day for Haney so far. A potential tying run down at third base with just 1 away. He takes a hook just off the outer edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Everybody's set to go. Here comes the pitch from Zvokel. Swing and a miss. Haney was out in front and over that curveball, and it's 1-2. Zvokel trying to work a strikeout here. Here's the next one. He got him. Same pitch, same spot. 2 down. Unofficially, I've got him for a half dozen strikeouts in the game. And with a man at third and 2 down, it'll be up to Tyson Bray. 3-hole hitter for the Cardinals. He's their catcher. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Smashed to third. It's by the third baseman down the line. It's going to tie the game. Falcone comes home to score. And it's 1-1. I'm going to give him a hit, even though it probably should have been caught. I think it just was hit so hard it surprised Whitted.
Number 15, Luke Leverton.
Hit an RBI for Bray, a 1-1 game, and now Luke Leverton, the hitter. Runner going, takes a strike, throw down. He is delayed call, safe as the ball trickles away from the cover man. Stolen base for Bray. He's in scoring position. Leverton behind 0-1. Strikeout and a walk today for this young man. Zvolko brings it home. It's high and away. Good snap out of that crouch to take it by Lehman. One the count. Cardinals have finally broken the ice. They've evened the score at 1-1. Big chopper of a ground ball to third. Whitted has it. Throws it across. Scooped at first by Smith beautifully for the final out. 5-3 in the book, but the damage is done. In the fifth inning, a run, a triple, a single. Cardinals are in business. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's Seton Catholic 1, Wes-Del 1 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
It's Seton Catholic 1, Wes-Del 1. As we run down a dream here in the fifth inning in the home half of a 1-1 game. What a nail biter out here in northwestern Delaware County. We know how to pick them. Top of the order due up for Bob Todd's ball club here in the home fifth. That means Nick Armstrong, Cody Smith, and Mason Whitted. Both pitchers have worked complete games so far out here in the cool April air. And as I said earlier in the game, they really haven't been dominant. There have been plenty of runners. They've just made really good pitches when they've had to and gotten the outs when they needed them really badly. So we're set to go. It's going to be Nick Armstrong to stroll up to the plate and lead things off for the Warriors. Four hits by Wes-Del in the contest. They had three of them back in the second inning, but couldn't get a run out of all that. Armstrong will stand in the right-handed box and stare back out at Falcone for the third time today. Hits the first ball sharply foul up the third baseline. Strikeout, double. 1 out of 2 day for Nick Armstrong. He was left on base in the third. Falcone has done a nice job on the mound. He kicks and fires. Fastball away. Count evens, 1-1. Wes-Del got its run in the fourth. Seton Catholic answered immediately with 1 in the fifth. Now in a tie. Here's the pitch. Ground ball sharply down the third baseline. Fair ball. Backhanded long throw across. They're not going to get him. It's going to be an infield hit as the ball skips to the fence, but the runner can't advance on a good backup job by the catcher, Bray. And the leadoff man is aboard. So nice play by Fox down at third to keep it from going all the way to the corner. Fifth hit of the game by the Warriors, and that brings up Cody Smith. We'll see if he's laying one down. Cardinals think he is. Their third baseman is in 10 feet on the grass at third. Pitch on the way. Squares to bunt. Up the first baseline, the pitcher down to take it. Throws over to first. And the sacrifice, a beauty, and that moves the runner to second. One down. This is a game that's had almost as many sacrifice bunts as hits. I think we've had 5 sacks in this game already. Nothing wrong with that. Mason Whitted, ready for the pitch. Here it comes. He takes a curve on the outer edge for a strike. Popped to second, walked and was stranded. Nothing out of one officially for Mason Whitted in the 3-hole for the Warriors today with a man at second. Here's the pitch. He's going. Here's the pitch inside, throw down. Nice job by Fox with a leap and grab to keep it from going down the line on a stolen base by Nick Armstrong. Count 1-1. And now the go-ahead run is one stop away at third base with one down here in the 5th. Golden opportunity for Wes-Del to take advantage of this one. From the stretch, Falcone ready. Brings it home, works it away. Nice smother in the dirt by Bray, his catcher. He says, thanks, buddy. 2 balls and a strike to Whitted. Armstrong opened the inning with a single, went to second on a sack by Smith, stole third. Here's a pitch by the catcher coming home. He's going to score, standing up. It's 2-1 Wes-Del. Wild pitch. Ball 3 in the count, and the Warriors have the lead back. That's called small ball and manufacturing a run right there. Really well done, well executed by Wes-Del. Nobody on now. Falcone to the windup again with a 3-1 pitch on the way. It's outside, ball 4. Then to bring in Jordan Lehman.
Batting number 15.
4th walk of the game by Falcone. We've got time called now by the Cardinals. We'll have a little meeting on the mound, and we'll see if we're going to have a pitching change at all. That'll give Lehman a chance to walk down to third and talk to his coach, Bob Todd. And we'll see what Seton Catholic is going to do as the catcher and the pitcher have a quick chat here in the 5th. It's a 2-1 game now. Wes-Del has gotten back out in front. All 3 runs in the game have come in single-run innings. Wes-Del got 1 in the 4th. Seton Catholic 1 in the top half of the 5th. Warriors have gotten 1 back in the bottom half. And Falcone is going to stay in the game on the mound. Lehman has a single and a strikeout to show for his day at the plate. He's the cleanup hitter for Wes-Del. And Whitted down at first with a big lead. Snap throw without even a stride. Runner back, standing. Sky has clouded up considerably, but still some hazy sunshine and a big lead at first base for Whitted. They'll throw over to him again, and he dives back in at first. If that's Falcone's best move, then Whitted has maxed out his lead because he's back no problem, and he's probably going to go. We'll see what he decides to do. Here's the pitch. He bluffs, swing and a miss, snap throw, back safely at first. Whitted has a very large lead. He'll creep out there again. He's got a good 12 to 15-foot lead. He might take another step. Here's the pitch home. Hard hit ball. Left field, it's going to be down in front of the left fielder for a clean single. He misplays the ball, but the runner can't go anywhere as he retrieves it quickly. Bartkus got it back in quickly, and Lehman is at first with a single. Two knocks on the day for Lehman.
Courtesy runner.
Whitted down at second, and I thought they would courtesy run for Lehman again, and they do, and it's Kate Ashley again. Men at first and second, only one out for Cam Townsend. 1 out of 2 with a single and a pop out. Waiting on the pitch from Falcone. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He was out in front. If you follow me on Twitter at all, you know about the great ice cream bet of 2018. I'll tell you about that in a moment. Nothing in 1 the count. Long pause. Throw back to second instead. Runner back. The great ice cream bet is that if Wes-Del leads the county in home runs, I buy a certain follower of mine ice cream. However, if they don't, she buys it for me. And so far, I'm in the lead. Long way to go, though. Falcone steps off, looks the runners back again. He has gone the distance for Seton Catholic. He's got his team right in the game at 2-1 on the downside. Hit here could do some damage, though. Swing and a miss. Townsend chased a fastball way upstairs. Cam is in an 0-2 hole. He's got teammates at first and second with 1 out here in the 5th. Wes-Del has gotten back on top here, 2-1. You don't want to settle for just 1 here if you can help it, though. Next one, hit in the air, straight away left field. Bartkus looking for it, finds it, catches it. Now did he drop it or get it before it hit the ground? It popped out, and he reached down and caught it as it hopped out of his glove before it hit the ground. Fly to 7-7. Wow, that was an adventure. Bottom line, 2 down. That'll bring up Connor Townsend. An infield single, a walk, scored a run. Back in the 4th. We'll see if he can do some 2-out damage with men at first and second. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside, good take, ball 1. Falcone, the left-hander for Seton Catholic, has worked well over 60 pitches now. Got to be closing in on 70 or so here in the 5th inning. Next one is a breaking ball, lifted foul down the left field, make it the right field line. Hits the tree limb, saves everybody 20 yards of running. If you've never been to Wes-Del, there's a big tree out between the baseball and softball diamonds. It's got to be 4 feet wide in the trunk, and lots of balls hit those limbs. Next one is home and high. Good take by Townsend. 2-1 the count. Closing in on the 80 pitch mark now is Falcone as he tries to get out of trouble here with 2 down. He leaves a curve upstairs. Townsend was having none of that. Connor out in front, 3 balls and a strike. Whitted at second, Ashley at first. Here's the pitch home. It's in the dirt, ball 4, and the bags are loaded.
Old boy's feeling like a dog on a collar, keeping that chain pulled tight, waiting on Saturday night. Put on the scales and put on Skinner.
Jake Mitchell will be the batter. Jake's made a couple of nice defensive plays today at second base. At the plate, he doesn't have an official time at bat. He walked in the second, and he laid down a nice sacrifice in the 4th. Bags juiced here in the 5th, and a 2-1 game. A hit here would be key. Here comes the pitch from Falcone. First ball hitting, tapper foul. Back in the old days, my coach would have been livid. After a guy just walked, he would have said, "Don't you dare hit the first pitch." Make him throw a strike. Well, he did throw a strike. Technically, 0-1 to Jake Mitchell. Here comes Falcone's pitch. Curved him outside and high. 1-1. Falcone trying to get out of this mess with just a 1-run deficit. Popped up on the infield. That might get him off the hook. Second baseman comes in. Falcone says, "Let me take it, brother," and he does. And that does it here in the 5th inning for Wes-Del. They only manage to get the 1 run, but it's just enough to retake the lead. They leave the bases loaded. They have left a mess load. Get 8 in the game so far, LOB, by the Warriors. But they've got the lead. We go to the 6th inning in Gaston. Wes-Del out in front of Seton Catholic, 2-1 now on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Have you heard? Winning isn't everything. Championships are great, but there's more to sports than separating the world into winners and losers. The way we play matters too. The choice is simple. You can choose gamesmanship, or you can choose sportsmanship. Gamesmanship is another way of saying whatever it takes. You know the types. They taunt their opponents. Throw the occasional elbow for good measure. Whatever it takes to gain the upper hand. Sportsmanship relies less on underhanded tactics and more on things like strategy, skill, and smarts. It's less about stooping to trickery and more about rising to the occasion. Gamesmanship or sportsmanship? Both can lead to victory, but only one represents the true measure of a champion. Play like a champion. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the ballpark. We move to the 6th inning. Wes-Del back out in front now, 2-1. Adam Deitch to lead things off for the Cardinals of Seton Catholic, and he swings and misses at a Corbin's vocal fastball. 5, 6, and 7 for the Seton Catholic batting order here in their half of the 6th. Next one is off the plate for a ball. Deitch, Falcone, and Dickman in that order here in the 6th inning. Popped up, foul ground, out of play on the first base side, and it's 1-2. I'd like to thank the Wes-Del folks again today for their hospitality. Treat me like a king. Here comes the 1-2. Slider in the dirt. 2-2. Slimmest of margins here for Zvokel, the starter, and the man who has gone the distance on the bump today for Bob Todd. Working with a 2-1 lead here in the 6th inning. The wind up the pitch. Tapper foul, third base side. Still 2-2. Was the 90th pitch of the day, unofficially by Zvokel. We'll see if he has enough gasoline in the tank to go the distance. Here comes the 2-2. Lifted softly towards short. It's going to be an easy play as May backpedals onto the grass, the edge of it, and takes it for the first out. That'll bring in Louis Falcone.
Batting number 17, Louis Falcone.
Louis 0 for 1 officially. Grounded to first, also sacrificed. Left-handed hitter. He's done a nice job today on the mound, and he swings and misses at the first pitch from Zvokel. Corbin, the right-hander, ready with the next one. Brings it over but low. Count evens 1-1. A lot of good baseball coming up again tomorrow around the area, weather permitting. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now to Louis Falcone, including the Wapahani Invitational out in Selma. Good chance to see some good games. Hard hit ball on the ground. Right side, it's by Mitchell into right field. It's going to be a clean single with one out here in the sixth. Good effort by Mitchell, who went way to his forehand side in the hole, just couldn't get it.
Batting number 10, Nathan Dickman.
Nathan Dickman, the batter. Man at first. One away here in the sixth. Cardinals trailing 2-1. And out of the stretch, Zvokal throws it home. Ground ball toward third, hit slowly. He's going to go down to second for one, and they just do get him on a bang-bang play at second base. 5-4 on the fielder's choice. That's the second out. Good job by Whitted and Mitchell there to get the lead man. That brings up Joe Fox. Fox is nothing out of two, a strikeout, a ground out. Nathan Dickman at first represents the potential game-tying run if they could find a way to get him around. First pitch home is high. Breaking ball missed to make it 1-0. One of these days, we'll get a nice 84-degree day. We call it July in Indiana. Next one fouled out of play. We just can't catch a break. Spring of 2018 is going down in the books. They call the chapter yuck. Here comes the pitch. Line shot just over the third baseman down the left field line. It's only going to be a single, though. As Townsend comes over to make quick work of it. 2 men are on with 2 away for Josh Brown.
Batting number 2, Josh Brown.
2 men aboard, Brown in the box. Strikeout victim both times, 1 each way. Swinging the first time, looking the second time. Zvokal ready, brings it home. Popped him up. Back behind the plate. Lehman trying to find it. He can't. Now he does, but can't make the catch. That was a big struggle. Jordan couldn't get it done. He looks out and says, that ball went 2 or 3 different directions in that wind. That's a tough chance. A lot easier than it looks. No way. A lot harder than it looks. Way. Trust me. No balls in a strike for Brown with 2 men on it, first and second. Here comes the pitch. Tapper up the third baseline. It's going to die in fair ground. Lehman down to take it. He can't make a throw. It's going to be an infield hit, and the bags are loaded. That ball went about 13 feet, but it's a single. Cardinals everywhere. Time called. Assistant coach Zach Tanner will go to the mound, and the entire infield will meet there for a quick conference. All 3 base runners for Seton Catholic will take advantage, go down to third and talk to their head coach, Jake Carr. This is a big point in the game. Six hits in the game for Seton Catholic, half of them in this inning, as they try to rally late. They trailed 2-1 with 2 away here in the 6th inning, but the best thing if you're a Cardinal fan is the knowledge that the top of your order has rolled around. Vince Falcone, the hitter, Single, walk, tripled off the right field wall his last time, and now Zavoka will go from the windup with the bags juiced. Here comes the pitch. Hit in the air. Right field should be playable. Here comes Townsend over near the line. He's got it, and that'll do it here in the 6th. Seton Catholic fills the bags. Can't get a run home. They can't squeeze it one last time. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Gaston. It's Wes-Del 2, Seton Catholic 1 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in the classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Little Bruno Mars pumping out of the PA system here in Gaston as we move to the home 6th. Don't believe me, just watch. That was timely. 2-1 game, nail biter. No one's won a thing just yet. Go to the bottom of the inning. Major job getting out of that jam. In the top half of the inning by Wes-Del. Seton Catholic has stranded men in every inning of the game. Now it's the Warriors' turn here in the 6th. 8, 9, and 1 in their batting order. Zavoka, May, and Armstrong against Louis Falcone, who's pitched a nice game today for the Cardinals. He starts him upstairs, ball 1. Pop out, sacrifice fly for an RBI for Zavoka. Here comes the pitch to it. It's in tight, nearly hit him. Corbin's ahead 2-0. Pretty well played game today by both teams. Swing and a miss. Zavoka chased the cheese. Couldn't get it. The 2-0 fastball is a very tempting pitch. Here comes the 2-1. It's a fastball on the outer edge, and he evens the count 2-2. This will be pitch number 85 today, unofficially, for Louis Falcone. Here it comes. Lifted foul, back out of play. Been impressive. Done a nice job. Only a sophomore. Slow curve, tantalizing, freezes Zavoka for strike 3. I will have video of this game, and I can tell you that was a beauty, and you'll see it later when I get it on Twitter and on YouTube. That was a pretty deuce thrown by Louis Falcone. Pitcher to pitcher. 1 down for Jared May, the 9-hole hitter, 0 for 2 in the game. Wind up the pitch. Fastball, outer edge, strike. Falcone has a really nice rhythm going right now. The windup, the delivery. Fastball, popped up, it's back out of play. I can say that because between innings, he airmailed a pitch to his catcher and it hit the screen right in front of my face. He looked in at me like, sorry. And I looked out at him with my arms up like, hey, what gives? It's all good. Foul balls being retrieved. Little kids running after foul balls. It's as old as the game itself. A little kid at the first game in the 1860s probably fought over the foul balls like every other kid in history. Count is 0-2. We've got baseballs again. Thank you very much. And foul cone ready with an 0-2 pitch. Long pause. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Sent a ball in the dirt. They'll have to throw down. Here comes the throw from Braid down to Haney for the out. That's a strikeout. And 2-3 on the put out. 2 away, nobody on for Nick Armstrong. The leadoff batter in the order as he takes his hacks here in the last of the 6th. 2-1 game, Wes-Del in front. A lot of ones on the board here today. Wes-Del scored first in the 4th with a run. Seton Catholic got it back in the 5th. Wes-Del got it back in the bottom of the 5th to lead 2-1, and that's where we are right now. Wind up in the pitch from Falcone. Low and in, ball 1. 2 out of 3 day for Nick Armstrong. He struck out to start his day in the 1st, but doubled in the 3rd, was stranded there. Singled and came around to score in the 5th. Here's the pitch to him. Fouled right back to the screen. Right in front of me. Cody Smith on the retrieval duty by the on-deck hitter. We're all set to go. 1-1 to Armstrong. Here it is. Fouled back over my head. 1-2. Now the setting sun has gone below the cloud ceiling and bright sunshine all of a sudden now here at the park, and the flag now just hanging on the pole, limp. No wind at all. Here comes the pitch. Popped up. Down the right field line. Foul ground. It's going to run out of play over near that tree I was telling you about earlier in the game. That's a big old tree. It's seen a lot of baseball and softball. Now, being a beaver, I should know exactly what kind of species that tree is, but I can't tell you whether it's an oak. There aren't any leaves on anything yet. A few dead ones hanging there. That's about it. The trees are still bare. It's almost May, for crying out loud. Here comes another 1-2. Grounded to 3rd. Booted, picked up, thrown across. It's going to be just in time to get him on a bang-bang play. Good recovery by Fox at 3rd to throw to Haney, and that does it for Wes-Del here in their half of the 6th inning. Warriors go out in order. We head to the final roundup. Go to the 7th inning with Wes-Del leading Seton Catholic 2-1 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Indiana who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. We move to the top of the 7th inning in a thriller, 2-1 here at Wes-Del in Gaston as the Warriors try to end this thing leading by a run. Not going to be easy. 2, 3, and 4 in the Seton Catholic batting order. Corbin Zavokal starts his 7th inning of work with a strike. Noah Haney, Tyson Bray, and Luke Leverton. Here comes the next one home, and it's taken for a ball, and it should be 1-1 on the count. Haney, a left-handed hitter, swinging a foul tip, held on to by Lehman, and it should be 1-2. Scoreboard here not quite correct this time. Zavokal ready. Into his windup. Tapper foul past the first base dugout. It stays 1-2. Zavokal has gone the distance. He has thrown 106 pitches in this game. 120 is the lid limit in Indiana right now. Here's a ground ball back to the box. Zavokal has it. Runs halfway to first. Underhand flips to Smith. 1 away. One to 3 on the putout. Tyson Bray, the hitter. 1 away here in the 7th. Seton Catholic down to its final 2 outs if they don't manage to tie or take the lead. Bray has a single in 3 at-bats. He also grounded out and struck out swinging. Zavokal ready with the next pitch. It's a curve inside, ball 1. Bright sunshine, no wind now. All of a sudden, we had 15-mile-an-hour wind earlier. If that, maybe more, popped back out of play. But right now, it is calm and sunny and not bad right now. Bray trying to get something started. 1-1 count. Swings at a breaking ball away. He chased a bad ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zavokal looking for another strikeout. Bray ready. Here's the windup and the delivery. Curve inside. 2-2. Luke Leverton waiting in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Zavokal. Lined into right center field. That looks like it's going to be down, and it does. Go to the gap. Barehanded by Townsend. He's going to try for 2. Here's the throw back. He makes it with a slide. A 1-out double and a dangerous gamble, but it paid off for him. Bray alive at second base as he checks his inventory. That was a hard slide going in. He knew he was taking a risk, and he had to go in late. He slid late, pounded the bag pretty good, but he's all right. He says, I'm okay. Let me play. So the potential tying run is going to be at second base with 1 away here in the 7th. I've got Seton Catholic for 7 hits in the game. We'll see what happens with the pitch situation. Are they going to bring Zavokal out or not? They're not. I've got him at 112 pitches. In Indiana, you can throw 120, or if you get the 120 in the middle of a hitter, you can finish the hitter. So Zavokal's closing in on the end of his day. Tyson Bray is the most important man in the ballpark. He's 90 feet away from tying this game. Luke Leverton is up on the count 1-0. A fly ball might get you to the run. Infield in tight at all four spots to try to prevent the run. There's a curve and a beauty by Zavocal for a strike. Leverton is hitless in the game. He's got a walk, a K, and a ground out to show for his day. Let's see if he can get the tying run home. Here's the pitch. It's outside and high with a fastball. Good take. 2 balls and a strike. Adam Deitch is waiting in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch home. Ground ball towards short. Booted. Runner's going to head home, but the bounce goes to the third baseman. He throws home, but you can't get him. We got a tie game. They have to score that on error on the shortstop. It allows the tying run to come home. 2-2 contest. Now the go-ahead run is at first base. Still only 1 out, and Adam Deitch is the batter. 2 walks and a pop-out. 0 for 1 in the game. Here's the pitch. High and away, ball 1. I don't know if they're keeping track of pitches very tightly, I'll say. This should be Zavocal's last hitter. Throw to first, runner back diving. As I've got it in the book, this is pitch 117 on his day, and it's outside for a ball and 2-0 now. So we'll just wait and see. It really is the honor system. Big lead at first. Really big lead. Out past the cutout. It's not going. Pitch is taken for a strike. Deitch is still up in the count. 2-1. Here's the pitch. He takes a strike up on the inside corner. 2-2. Two runs for both clubs here in the top of the 7th inning. Is Wes-Del going to have enough in the tank to hold on? Zavocal ready with the pitch. Worked a breaking ball on the outer edge. Taken for a strikeout. I believe that's K number 7. And Bob Todd has had to go to the mound doing the honest thing because his pitcher is out of work. We'll take a break. Back to tell you more about it after this on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The debate about sports specialization by high school athletes continues. Some argue that high school athletes who play one sport all year long have a better chance of landing a lucrative pro contract. But that's simply not true. In fact, 30 of the 32 first-round picks in last year's NFL draft played more than one sport in high school. Of the 32 players drafted, 22 also participated in high school track and field. 19 also played basketball. Some also played baseball and lacrosse. What's the path to success for high school athletes here in Indiana, no matter what their goals might be? Study hard. Always do your best. And if you can, play more than one sport in high school. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players, and the terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to the game. We've had a pitching change, and on the mound now for Wes-Del is Nick Armstrong. Quickly falls behind of Louis Falcone, 2-0. 6 2/3 by Zavocal, the starter. Swing and a miss, and a fastball upstairs, 2-1. Zavocal hit the pitch count limit in that hitter and had to come out an inning or a third of an inning shy of a complete game. There's a called strike. 2-2 to Louis Falcone. He's got a single in 2 at-bats with a sacrifice. Runner at first is going. Line into right field past a diving Cody Smith. Base hit. Runner's going to head for third, and it's going to be men on the corners for Seton Catholic. Two away here in the 7th inning. Top half. 2-2 game. And now the Cardinals have a golden opportunity to take the lead here in the 7th with men on the corners and Nathan Dickman in the batter's box. Pop out. 2 fielders' choices. He takes a strike. Chance to be the hero for his ball club. They made the long ride up from Richmond. They got a chance to take a W back home to Wayne County if they can get a run home here. 2-2 contest. Pitch is just off the outer edge to make it 1-1. It's been a strange game in terms of scoring because everyone has scored in straight numbers. All ones so far. Seton Catholic got 1 in the 5th, 1 here in the 7th. Wes-Del 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Now the third base coach, Jick Carr, going through his signs for Nathan Dickman. Here comes the pitch. Runner at first is going. Swing and a miss. Runner safe at second. No play on him. One and 2 the count with men at second and third. 2 away. Here's the pitch. Pop back out of play. Dickman stays alive. Leverton, the runner at third. Louis Falcone at second. Armstrong trying to get him out. Swing and a miss. And that's the inning. Key strikeout by Armstrong, but the damage is done. Seton Catholic gets a run. They leave 2 in scoring position. They've left an armload today. We go to the last of the 7th in Gaston. Chance for the Warriors to win. It's 2-2. Seton Catholic and Wes-Del on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Indiana knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We head to the last of the 7th inning in Gaston. It's a 2-2 nail-biter. Seton Catholic and Wes-Del. Seton Catholic managed to tie the game there in the top half of the inning, but missed a great chance to get the lead, leaving men at second and third. They have left a ton of runners today. And I'll tell you real quickly, do some quick math for you. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 11 men left on base in this game by Seton Catholic. So will Wes-Del win this in the 7th, or are we going to play extras? If we play extras, I'm going to run out of data, almost certainly. Warriors start things off with Cody Smith. They'll wind up in the pitch to him. Big swing and a miss, strike one. 2, 3, and 4 in the Warriors batting order. Smith, Whitted, and Lehman. Chance to hit a home run here with no wind blowing. I'm just mentioning that for dramatic effect. Takes away 1-1. It could happen. 300 down the lines, 335 in the gaps, 365 straightaway center, and right now a limp flag in left center field. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Smith. Ground out, sacrifice. 0 for 1 officially for Smith, right-handed hitter. Here's the delivery. Takes away, good eye, and it's 2-2. Been a while since I've had a walk-off home run. Wes-Del just needs to scratch out a tally in whatever way it can. Here in the home 7th. Pitch on the way. Fly ball down the right field line. Great diving catch over near the fence by the first baseman. Wow, what a play by Haney. Fantastic play, 1 away. Noah made the play of the day defensively. That brings in Mason Whitted. Whitted popped out, walked twice. He's been left on base 2 times today. 2-2 game, last of the 7th. Here's the pitch from Falcone. Little slider low, ball 1. Jordan Lehman behind him and Cam Townsend after that if they could get a runner. Trying to win the game in the home 7th. Hard hit ball back through the middle. It hits the pitcher. Falcone comes down, grabs it, throws to first. They got him. Falcone might be hurt. Great recovery to get the out. Time called. They're going to take a look at him, I think. What a play. The throw to first was high, and Haney made another great play at first base to save that out. But Falcone up walking around. It knocked his hat off. I think it hit him in the leg. It's hard for me to tell. I was screened by the umpire. But he went down, got back on his feet, picked it up, threw him out, I think, to let him throw one of those, hey, are you okay pitches. Yeah, he's going to try it. Looks fine. We'll see if they let him go. Man, 2 web gems in a row here in the 7th inning. Well, if these guys play extra innings and I run out of data, I will apologize in advance because that's entirely possible. But you never know here. Jordan Lehman. He could end it with 1 swing with no one on and 2 away here in the 7th in a 2-2 game. Falcone ready. He'll bring it home. Here it is. Fastball just outside, ball 1. Single, strikeout, another single for Lehman today. He does have home run power. He's a big kid. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased a breaking ball. I think he was thinking walk-off. Falcone looks in and has his sign from Bray into his windup. Here's the 1-1. Chopper up the third baseline, taking on 2 hops. Long throw across. They got him, and that'll be it for the inning. Good defensive inning by Seton Catholic. Up and down in order go the Wes-Del Warriors, and we're going to play free baseball and go to the 8th inning. 2-2 game. Wes-Del and Seton Catholic on Beaver Media and the Doco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We move to the 8th inning here in Gaston. A tie game as we play extras today. Going to the 8th inning. 2-2 game. Nick Armstrong will continue to pitch for Wes-Del. He came on in relief of Corbin Zavokal, who pitched 6 2/3 innings before having to come out, reaching the lid of the pitch count rule. And both pitchers, the starters, did a fantastic job today. In fact, Seton Catholic, if they want, could run their starter back out for another inning of work. He's under the magic number of 120 is Mr. Falcone. We'll see what they do. Long way to go. First, Cardinals will hit here in the 8th inning. 8, 9, and 1 due up in their batting order. Throw down to second from Lehman, and we're about to get set here in the 8th. Joe Fox will be the leadoff man for Seton Catholic. Strikeout, ground out, single, 1 out of 3. Playing third base today. He's had a couple challenging chances down at third as well. He's played a pretty good game. Armstrong ready. He'll wind and fire. Low and in, ball 1. Josh Brown on deck. Vince Falcone in the hole. Wind up and the pitch from Armstrong. Upstairs with a fastball, 2-0. Armstrong ready. The wind and the fire. Low and in with a fastball, 3-0. Been one of those games that's been worth every penny everyone put down to come in today. Very entertaining. There's ball 4 inside and low with a fastball. 4-pitch walk to Joe Fox. That brings in the 9-hole hitter, Josh Brown. Single in 3 trips to go along with a pair of strikeouts, 1 of each kind. We'll see if they're bunting the runner over. Big lead at first for Joe Fox. Right-hander Armstrong from the set. Fires home. Batter showed bunt, took a strike. Almost no wind to speak of now here at the park. First hour and a half of the game, we had pretty good breeze. There's the runner going, oh, it's bunted back in the air to the mound, and he's caught it and thrown to first for the double play. The runner now going to head for third. He doesn't realize he's out. He's out. 2 down. That's a huge out. Huge pair of outs. Now rolls around the top of the order, but the bags are empty for Vince Falcone. Single and a triple in 3 at-bats with a walk. Vincent scored one of those 2 Seton Catholic runs. Here's the windup in the pitch. He's first pitch hitting, and he fouls it back out of play. Well, I might get lucky. If we play a really quick 8th inning and somebody wins, I won't run out of data. It's going to be close. Typical. Here comes the pitch. It's upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, guys. Get some quick outs. Armstrong ready. Fires the 1-1. Popped up on the infield. The shortstop can't find it. The center fielder comes on. The right fielder says, take it, man, and he's got it. That'll do it for the inning.
For Seton Catholic in the top of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no runs.
No runs, a walk. No one left on because of the double play. We move to the bottom of the 8th. What'd I say about a quick inning? 2-2 game. Wes-Del and Seton Catholic on Beaver Media.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the last of the 8th inning here in Gaston. It's a 2-2 game. What an affair we've had here today. Great high school baseball game on Beaver Media. Glad to have you along for the ride. If you weren't along the whole way, shame on you. It's been awesome. It's just what you'd expect out of a 2-2 extra inning game. Wes-Del with a chance to win it here in the bottom half of the 8th. Camden Townsend, Connor Townsend, and Jake Mitchell are due up for Bob Todd's club. And Louis Falcone is going to start the 8th inning on the mound for Seton Catholic, and he starts with a fastball on the outside corner taken for a strike. Falcone has gone the distance for his team. He's closing in on 120 pitches. He's probably got 2 hitters left. Line shot down the left field line, but foul. A loud strike by Townsend. 0-2. You're thinking walk-off home run? Well, each of the next 2 guys have that kind of power. With the wind all but gone now, it is a possibility. Cam Townsend waiting. Falcone ready. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. Grounded right. Oh, it lined. It wasn't grounded. It was lined right back at the pitcher, and Falcone nearly got undressed. Caught it for the out. He looks around at his fellow infielders with a grin on his face like, how'd it get in my glove? We've had 3 web gems in the last 4 defensive plays. by Seton Catholic. Man. One away, bags empty for Connor Townsend. Unbelievable. This might be Falcone's last hitter. First pitch home is in the dirt, ball one. By my unofficial count, this will be pitch 109 for Falcone. You can go to 120. Here comes the windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Townsend and then Jake Mitchell. Wes-Del trying to win a 2-2 game. Here comes the pitch to Townsend. Fouls it back out of play. And barring another miracle, I will probably run out of streaming data by the end of this inning. Pitch back to the screen, and it's 2-2. If that happens, I will apologize profusely in advance. Had enough for a typical game today and plenty in 7 innings, but 8+ is going to be pushing it. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Curved him, missed upstairs, and the count runs full. Connor Townsend could end it with one swing. Here comes the pitch. He takes ball 4. That'll bring up Jake Mitchell. And now will you bunt him over? You'll think about it anyway. We're in the 8th inning. 2-2 game. Game-winning run is on base at first in the person of Connor Townsend. Jake Mitchell, the batter, 0 for 1 with a walk and a sacrifice to go with a pop-out. Can he be the hero? Here's the pitch. Fouls this one, back out of play, first base side. Owen won the count. Louis Falcone trying to get out of it. Ground ball could get you 2 and send you to the 9th inning. That's what he wants. Mitchell is showing bunt, charging way in at third, halfway to home. Pitch taken for a strike, and it's a good thing he didn't swing. Fox, the third baseman, was about 40 feet from the plate when the pitch got there. 0-2 to Mitchell. Without a doubt, swinging away here. Throw to first, runner back diving. A ball in the gap, an extra base hit could end the game. Townsend pretty good speed at first base. Falcone has his sign, brings it home. Pitch out, throw to first, nothing doing. It's not a bad play on an 0-2. You got 1 to waste. You might catch him sleeping down there. You're going to try to get as big a secondary lead at first as you can, hoping for that gapper. Throw over to first, runner back diving. Ball and 2 strikes to Jake Mitchell here in the 8th inning. Another throw to first. Again, Townsend back with a head first dive. One and 2 pitch on the way from Falcone. Here it is. Ground ball back through the middle. Could be 2. Second baseman steps on second, throws to first. Double play. Into the